Well, State of Decay 2 Update 25 is now out in the wild, and we are all enjoying these new updates to the game. I've personally been a huge fan since I picked this up back 2 months ago, and man, it's been a blast. With that, I have put in hundreds of hours into the beta, but when the patch hit, new updates that I had not realized or are completely new surfaced, and we're going to showcase those quickly in this video. And some of these are super good and absolutely worth highlighting, including even something mentioned from the developers themselves that were not in the patch notes and hidden. As always, guys, if you're new here, join a new and fast growing community by hitting that red subscribe button and liking the video to help the YouTube algorithm. So as you guys know by now, the game has changed quite a bit. Plague territories are now dominating the maps, especially in higher difficulties, and the game's absolutely harder, and the devs know this. They've even enacted new features to counter those things. The outpost changes, the weapon swapping, but there is one aspect that I've talked about a few times, but not as in depth as the others, and it's the new community skills and how these are now community wide. Essentially, almost all the skills, auto mechanics, nutrition, will offer some form of community wide buffs when they are fully leveled, and this is a big deal because it really left me personally in situations in the past having to get rid of those people to free up some of those precious community slots to give to more useful people. And one thing though that came out at a recent live stream that was not on the patch notes that I thought was actually pretty huge. This one was from Jeffrey from Undead Labs. He mentioned how all these skills, even though they do have these community-wide buffs, they can't be stacked on top of each other with the same thing. He even gave an example. You can fill your entire community with the medicine and pathologist and completely stack up things like infection resistance, and obviously what that does is gives you a lot less blood plague per hit. This is big because it opens up a lot of options to go through your playthrough. Theoretically, I could stack up 4 auto mechanics and get 100% fuel efficiency and then 200% vehicle stealth. I mean, that's really interesting, and it makes it to where you no longer really have to kick out survivors if they have the same skills because the community-wide buffs all stack. So guys, for me, this can definitely be a difference maker. Also, to come out of this patch were a lot of little updates that I didn't even know about. Enclaves will now spawn near you where you call on the radio instead of defaulting near your base. So this gives you the opportunity to spread out new communities in new different areas, which is cool. They also got rid of a bug that haunted me in the beta where bloaters were exploding, and I felt that I was like far away enough when driving, but I'd still get hit, so that was a headache. They got rid of it and they fixed it. Actually, we can now dodge feral attacks fully when before we would still get hit, which I mean, finally, thank goodness on that, because ferals are really the number one thing that I fear in this game. You can completely outrun a juggernaut, but ferals are insane. Another change that I liked a ton that I didn't see up until this update that dropped was survivors no longer being happy when missing certain facilities. And really, guys, it's tough enough playing in lethal, so having negative morale was always a pain in the butt. So it was great to see this, and it makes it again more versatile in regards to base building. Finally, an update that I absolutely want to highlight, and this is just minor improvements to art, audio, UI, and localization. I definitely noticed an improvement in audio and other things mentioned here, and it's been awesome to see after being gone, I think about almost 8 months now, and coming back 2 months ago and really seeing all these little minor things, and it makes a difference and even propels a guy like myself to start making videos on this game because I'm enjoying it so much. With that, guys, let me know what in general from Update 25 you've enjoyed the most with State of Decay 2, from all the big features to the little ones. Personally, I loved it, and I have to say, guys, I'm fully addicted, so watch out for a lot more content that's going to be coming your way in this video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new and like the video, and as always, guys, stay safe, survivors.